Come on, microphone. Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to tonight's stream. It is, I think it's Thursday, the 14th of May. And we are going to be doing a whole night of the Elantra tonight. There is a reason for it. There is a reason for it. Let me just refocus the camera a little bit. There we go. Hulky Racing is doing a British Touring Car Championship, and it's going to be in, or it's hosting, he's not doing, he's hosting a British Touring Car Championship, and it's all based on the Elantra. And there are a few of the PSR guys that will be joining him in those races on Wednesday. Unfortunately, I'm not committing to races at the moment for obvious reasons, for those of you that know me. And so I am just going to host this one tonight, just so that a few of the guys can just get to grips, get some track time and see how they get going. So in the chat, I can see Hulky Racing, just talking about him. He's already in number one. Hulky Racing is in number one place, but number one Pops is in second. He's in good evening to you. Matt Muttley is in. Frenchie's in. Ollie, I can see as well. Mad Mikey, Deadpool is in. And Nessim Racing, good evening to all of you guys. Hope that you are all well. Let me put you on the big screen. And in the room, who have we got in the room? Let's have a little look if we put some display options on. We got quite a few people in here. Let me just come out of here. Oh, I'm amazed. We're like 1 minute past and we're at 12 already. We've got Greg White, Grenstar, Ollie, me, Old Man Stu, Libya, Henny, Ben Clock, Nessim Racing, Outlaw number one, Muttley. Hulky's in already. Now, normally, I will start these races at 10 past 9. I'm going to say 10 past 9, but if we hit 16 before, then I may well start them a little bit earlier. But for the moment, I'm just going to leave the guys just to do a little bit of practice. And I don't know whether people are going to be chopping around on their cars this evening, the liveries and stuff. And Mad Mikey says, looks like an exciting evening of racing. It is. It does look good. I don't know if people are going to be chopping around their cars and the liveries, so it's going to be very interesting to watch. But we've got an interesting group of races. I've got 6 lined up between now and 11 o'clock. I'm going to hope that we're going to get them done by 11 because I have to be up early in the morning. Unfortunately, Joe got run off the road this morning, so her car has gone off to the body shop again. And I've got to get up and take her into work tomorrow. So I'm hoping we're going to get done for 11 o'clock this evening. But we're doing Watkins Glen Short, Branch Hatch Indy, Nürburgring Grand Prix, Red Bull Ring GP, Watkins Glen Full, and Brands Hatch Full. So we've got sort of 2 short, 2 medium, and sort of 2, well, 1 long and 1 medium race, all 8 lappers. We are on 1 tyre and 2 fuel, light damage, racing soft tyres, no need to pit, right the way through this evening. So I am going to try and get through this relatively promptly. So we've got Ollie's in the Laser Tools livery car, obviously the Laser Tools being a BTCC livery. I don't know the current liveries, but I know them over the last few years, and Laser Tools was in there. Greg White has gone for the Seat livery. God, that's one from back in the day, if I'm not mistaken. Very striking with the yellow and the silver livery. Grenstar has not gone for a British Touring Car one. He's gone for the P1R livery for the community that he races with in a more competitive mode rather than just what we do. Henny is in a black car with a funny looking face in the back window. Least said about that the better. Number one Pops, he's in another grungy one. I love number one Pops. As I say this every single night, I look forward to his liveries because he's always got a livery that's got some grunginess to it, some pre-race or post-race markings up on there. It's like behind the 2 front wheels on that one, you've got all the muck's been kicked up and the vent on the behind the front wheel, and then if you look over the top of the exhaust, there's a nice little sort of grey feathered little bit of gunk there from out the exhaust. Really, really, really nice. Looking good as well. Old Man Stu is in the white and green and red Virtu livery, the Hansard sensors. Matt Muttley's gone for one of the old run in the day. I think Plato used to run that? Not quite sure. Mad Hatter is in a white livery. Nest Sim Racing is a standard Elantra livery. Ben Clock is in the Primera livery. So another one from the BTC days. I'm in a PSR livery. Hulky has gone for, I believe that's Jason Plato's Mercedes livery, the new livery, the new team that has joined the grid. And who else have we got? Was that everybody? Libiath is in the Volvo livery. So again, another one from back in the day. The was it Volvo V40? Or, yes, no, the S40, wasn't it? I think it was. Yeah, it's got it on it. Got it on the car there. S40. Muttley's gone for the Renault Laguna, and Sim Racing has gone for a standard. Mad Hatter we saw, Ben we looked at. Denotes has gone for a TNT livery, and so quite a fair few in there. Right, where are we? 15 runners. Greg White, Wills Racing, Grenster and Ollie, Mad Hatter and Denotes, me, Old Man Stu, Libiath, Hulky, Henny, Ben Clock, Nest Sim Racing, Outlook and Matt Muttley. That livery on Henny's looks a bit suspect. To recalibrate my pedals because I've moved all of my feet around, and I realised earlier on when I did a little bit of a test that I'm not braking to 100%. So very often I'm braking to about 50 to 75% and then bleeding off the brakes, trail braking. So I do need to do some work on that, and I haven't done that yet. I haven't had a chance. So my braking could be a bit all over the place tonight. And I'm going to need to do do a race and then take a break. Do a race, take a break is my plan. Whoa. I forgot where this track goes. Rearrange the track furniture there. So, half a second as well. I did not want to go through that corner at all. Gamer Dan, good evening. Thank you for popping in and saying hello, my friend. It's always good to see you pop in and say hello. You're being missed, mate. And while you're away, my racing's gone to pot. We need you back, but only when you're ready. Only when you're ready. At 1.5 penalties. Woo. Let's get out of there. Right, where are we? Oh, magic. Things are looking up. Oh, that's good. It's good news. That's good news. I could do with some good news today. Today has been rubbish news all day long. I tell you, it's been one of those really grotty days today for me. So good to hear that you're having a better day, my friend. Long may it continue. Long may it continue. There you go. Ollie says, good to hear, Dan. We are all missing our topless wonder. Right, let's get going. We've got Greg White, Wills Racing, Grenster and Ollie, Mad Hatter and Denotes, me, Old Man Stu, Libiath, Hulky, Henny, Ben Clock, Nest Sim Racing, Outlaw number 1, Matt Muttley. We got 15 runners in this one already for the first race. That's incredible. As I said, we're doing this one for the guys that are doing Hulky Racing's championship. Tomorrow, I believe we're doing a whole Suzuki night. So we're doing an Elantra tonight, and then a Suzuki night tomorrow. We'll have to see how we're going. Right, let's get out there. And I'm going to have to try hard, otherwise Dan will be shouting at me. I can hear him already. Mitchell, shut up. Just race. And yes, I have gone back to the dial view. I didn't get on with the other one. I like having the mirror and lots of information, especially when I am streaming. I found with the other one that I just couldn't see, didn't know what was going on, only had the radar to worry about, and all of this looking behind malarkey when I've got a million other things going on. It really was driving me nuts, so I've ditched that and gone back to this view. I need to move my water bottle off of the rig. It's rumbling like crazy. That's the noise that you can probably hear. I'm expecting a few of the guys to be really quick in this car to do well in the championship. I've got a half-second penalty already. Where on earth did I pick that one up from? Really do not know. Rumbling so much now. Just need to make sure I don't get in the way of anybody behind. Again. Is that where I'm getting my penalty, I wonder? I think it is, you know. Coming up behind me, Ben Clock, I need to stay out of his way. Red White with a 1:14.6 fastest lap. Mad Hatter a couple of tenths off in second, so it's already looking tight at the top. Okay, penalty's done. Let's see if we can put a lap together. All or nothing in this one. Let's not go wide into this one now. We compromised myself massively, but I didn't want to get another penalty. Right, oh, still down in 12th. 1.744 off. Ben Clock 1.722 and Greg White a 114.6. Ooh. So quite a fair bit. Mind you, 1.7 seconds off and I'm in 12th. What on earth does that mean for the top runners? How close are they going to be? I mean, look at this. It's basically 1 second covering the top 7 racers. Old Man Stu at the moment is 1.027 off the lead. Top 8 now. And Sim Racing is only 1.1. But basically, you've got the top 7 now within 1 second of each other. Old Man Stu ever so slightly outside of that. And up front, we got Greg White, Mad Hatter's 0.168 off. Wills is 0.4 back, and then D-Lock's 0.5. Out on the one Pop's 0.7. Ollie 0.8. Libiath 0.9. I say this quite often, but those are like professional racing splits there. That is really, really tight at the front. I mean, I'm whittling about being in 13th now. And Grenster will go quicker as well. He's going to punch a good time in, I'd imagine. So, I mean, I'm worrying about being right at the back, but look at the quality of racers that we got in this one. Where is Grenster going to pop in, I wonder? Wow, number 1 Pop says first time in this car, and he's up there in 5th. So he's going well. Very, very well. This is going to be a very, very, very exciting championship, I feel. Okay, Grenster's going to go dead last. He's going to come through from the pack. Greg White and Mad Hatter are going to be leading us away on the row number 1. Wheels Racing and D-Locks on row number 2, with number 1 Pops and Ollie on 3. Row number 4 is Libiath and Old Man Stu, with Sim Racing and Muttley on 5. Henny and Ben Clock on 6. I'm lining up with Hulky on 7, with Grenster at the back. And I will just remind you that the fastest lap was a 114.6, and then we can come right the way back to 7th. In fact, basically 8th for 1 second covering the top 8, give or take a couple of tenths. That is insane. Right, no need to worry about tyres. We're just doing straight racing soft tyres tonight. This is just to give the guys a feel for the track, for the car, etc. And we'll see how we go. So Terry the Beast is saying this is his first time as well. And oh, this is going to be fun. And Grenster's going to come through from the back. So yeah, everybody in the same car. This is literally, and Boppy's on. So this is literally just racer and machine here, racing against each other. All right, we are 1 lights, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and we will be racing at Watkins Glen short course when the lights go out. The lights have just dropped out. Oh, not sure what Wills is doing. I want to get out too wide there. This is very, very close. Henny up the inside of me here. Well, outside of this one, but inside for the run up to the bus stop. It's all a bit frantic through there. Going right too wide through there. got back off of old man Stu a little bit there. Need to try and close up a little bit more. Poor Lippiath getting caught up there in this stupid thing of having to serve the penalty on the racetrack. A really silly place, making it really, really hard to rejoin and stay out of the way of everybody without losing too much time. Oh, just got into old man Stu there a little bit. It is British touring car racing after all. It's always going to be a little bit of bumping and grinding. Gone up wide. Oh, Stu got half. I've got a whole 1 second penalty. Oh, now a 2. Car got a little bit wonky through there. He's really going to hurt. Oh, massively. Right, now we've got some racing to do. Mad Hatter, Greg White and Ollie out front at the moment. One lap after this one and one more. Whoops, taking a penalty. gone too deep. That's a penalty now. What's that? 3 seconds worth of penalties I've had. Oh, if only I hadn't have been picking up those penalties, that could have been a whole different ball game. 3 seconds of penalties in that one. That's terrible. That is a nightmare. An absolute nightmare. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. We raised up 4 positions. We did okay, but we should have been doing so much better than that. And in fact, the penalties there, I got 2 and then 1. So that would have basically been 3, probably 5 seconds worth of penalties. Oh man. Don't know where that would have put me. Oh dear, 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 dear. Was not good. Williams saying that was a penalty fest. So if I could have got 5 seconds more, if I could have not had those penalties, let's just have a little look and see what that might have done. We'll have a little look in a moment when the old what's it's finished churning. Okay, let's just get this on charge very, very quickly. I'm going to try and dive into my headphones for tonight, so I'm just popping them on charge for the minute. Right, where were we? The result: Mad Hatter was your winner with a 1:15.074. Greg White in second with a 1:15.397, and Gr.x with a 1:15.574. Just 3.5 seconds covering the top 3. Ollie in 4th, Old Man Stu in 5th, Wheels Racing 6th, Libyath 7th, Ben Clock in 8th. I got 9th. With Grenster in 10th, Henny 11th, Matt Mutley 12th, Outlaw number 1 Pops 13th, Sim Racing 14th, Hulky in 15th. I was 12. So 7.8. God, look at that. I could have been in 5th. Could have been in 5th, but I didn't. Mad Hatter, Greg White and Gr.x. I must try harder. Must try harder is the order of the day. Right, we're off to Brands Hatch Indy for this one. Mad Martin says, great stuff, chaps. Enjoyed mixing it up with you there. There's Sim Racing. Number 1 Pops, bump drafting on the back straight, and I was stuck on the outside going at chicane. Great stuff, good racing. Jack Fury, good luck, have fun. Currently enjoying the N24 live stream. Haven't seen any of that today. Grenster was having to manage the front left. Number 1 Pops was a great battle, mate. I enjoyed that. That's what we like to hear. Right, okay, so I am going to be spectating this one. So that gives me an opportunity for my headphones to charge. Then after this one, we're going to be going to the Nürburgring, then the Red Bull Ring, Watkins, Glen full, and then Brands Hatch full. I'm not going to be able to do every single one of the races tonight. Right, where are we? We've got 14 runners in this one. So I think we've lost Old Man Stu. We've lost, and we got Jack Kobe's joined us. and Greg White, Wheels Racing, Ollie, Mad Hatter, Delox, Libiath, Hulky, Henny, Sim Racing, Number One Pops, Mad Muttley, and Ben Clock is not in this one for the moment. So what we'll do is we are going to get the qualifier underway on this one at I'm going to crack through this pretty quickly tonight. I'm not giving these guys much time now. We should be settling into the car, so just under 2 minutes and we will be going racing. So guys, if you do want to visit the little boys room or the little girls room, then please don't tick in, and that will make me realize, oh, hang on a minute, somebody's not ticked in, because you disappeared for a minute, and that will just slow me down. If people are ticked in, I'm going to be getting going pretty quick tonight. Oh, Number One Pops, I've just been told I've got to make a brew. Be 5 minutes. He's going to start at the back. He's ticked in, so we should be okay. Hopefully Number One Pops is ticked in. So is he in? Number One Pops? He's not ticked in. Does he need to tick in to be able to race? What happens if he doesn't tick in? I don't know if I'm going to bump him out of this one. I hope I don't. But if I do, I do. They're not long races. Just 8 laps. And this is only a short track, this one. Let me just pop you on just spectating with somebody while I have a little bit of my tea. Oh my gosh, it's Mr. Kobe. Not ticked in, not race, says Mad Mikey. Yes, he's not ticked in. He's gone to make a cup of tea and he's not ticked in. I thought if he ticked in and gone made a cup of tea, he'd just be sitting like in the pits. Would be okay. Number One Pops, if you can hear us, rush back to your machine and just tick in. So we're not doing the full racetrack for this one tonight. We are just doing the Indy, and then we'll be coming back here for the final race of the night, which will then be the full racetrack. And Number One Pops, oh, come on Pops, hurry up, hurry back. I'm just going to give him a few minutes, and hopefully he'll be able to join us. If not, I'll need to get it. Oh, there he is. He's in. That's good. Right. So let me just sort this out, and then we'll get this one. Actually, I can do that now. Let's just get this one underway. Start the qualifying. Okay. So we're all good on there. Let's just turn that sound down so I don't deafen everybody. Get rid of that. That's right. There are 6 of you lovely people out there watching that haven't ticked that like button. Please smack the like button. It will really help this channel out. It'll get me up to 20 likes, and then you never know, we might be heading towards that magic 50. Yeah, never gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Right, where are we? So we got just to go through the runners here, we've got Jack Kobe, Matt Muttley, Hulky, Ben Clock, Greg White, Wheels Racing, Mad Hatter, Ollie, Libiath, Sim Racing, Henny, Jack Kobe, Number One Pops is in the pits obviously, and Delox. So the guys are out on track. I don't know what a lap time is going to be around here. I'm going to imagine it's going to be a sub 1 minute. So that's going to make this a very quick, around about a 7-8 minute race, I think. So the qualifier is all important. Look at that. As soon as I say, oh, could you please like the video, everybody disappears. We've lost some viewers. I should shut up. This is why I don't ask for likes, guys. This is why I don't ask. But then if you don't ask, you don't get. Where are we? 126 is the outlap. Well, maybe this is going to be a longer race than I thought, actually. Maybe it's going to be a bit longer than I thought. The Indy track is cool. This little bit through here is where you can really make or break you. Unfortunately, you can see there Muttley just getting onto the gravel, and it's broken him. It can make you, it can break you, this one. And Hulky goes round. He's He's on a make, a 48.340. So as I thought, it is going to be a quick one. Oh, we've now got the guys, the quick guys in the 47s. Wheels Racing, a 47.531. Greg White, a 47.538. That is James Bond. Greg White is James Bond. He's donned the tuxedo. He's up there. 0.007, 007 behind Greg White. Mad Hatter is 0.044 behind. Ollie is 0.37 behind. Hulky is 0.7. And then Libiath 0.174 behind him. So at the moment, we've got 6 racers all within 1 second of each other around this tight course. And I think that is going to change. Hulky's now jumped into there with a 48.3. He's put himself into the sub 1 second mark. So 6 racers now covering the 1 second mark. And I expect that there could be a few more people that could jump into that as well. Nessim Racing is only 1.24 outside of it. Ben Clock is only 1.4. Henny's only 1.5. So basically you've got, what, 6, 7, 8, 9? Well, 7, 8, 9. They've only got to find half a second. And they're going to be pushing it as well. Or are the guys up front going to be going quicker and quicker and quicker? We will see. At the moment, it is Wheels Racing out front with a 47.531. He is the one to beat. He's going very, very, very well this evening. Had a great race, some great races last night. Yet the night before, it was a nightmare for the young lad. So good to see that he's back in the groove. Oh, he's preparing. He's pretending to be Ingram. So no wonder. Come on. Having Ingram on the side of your car wheels, you need to be up there at least first or second at the end of every single race, regardless of where you start. Greg White, he is 007 behind, and Mad Hatter's 051. So I don't see a lot of these guys going a lot quicker. So some of the back markers are setting some quicker times. So Sim Racing 1.116, just outside that 1 second in 8th. And we got to come all the way down to Matt Muttley, who's now just gone quicker. And that's the last of the times there. But Matt Muttley 1.4 in 11th, so 1.5 seconds covering the top 11 places at the moment is incredible, absolutely incredible. Well, looks like Mad Hatter might be recovering from an incident there, possibly. I am not quite sure. And that is the qualifying over. So we're on the final lap now. Sim Racing and Greg both taking a trip through the gravel. We could see a few cars in the gravel around here this evening. The only thing is, if you do put a car in the gravel, that around here, I would suspect is going to be your race over. And I say that because everybody is really, really close. We got Wheels Racing, a 47.5 out front. And then we come all the way down to the back markers, and they're only 1.4 off Ben Clock. He's got the slowest time of everybody, the setter time. No disrespect to Ben, but only 1.4 off. This is going to be absolutely crackers and crazy and brilliant to watch. Glad I'm watching this one. Jack Kobe says, Mitch Morgan, Hulky, is this BTCC rules? I don't know quite what he means by BTCC rules, other than let's take everybody's mirrors off. Right, okay, we've got Wills and Greg White are going to be leading us away on row number 1. Row number 2 is occupied by Mad Hatter and Ollie. So Ollie is just a little bit off Wills Racing. Those two have some cracking battles together. Libiath and number 1 Pops in on row 3. Hulky and Sim on row 4. Matt Muttley and Henny row 5. And then we've got Ben Clock and D-Locks on 6 with Jack Kobe at the back. And I am commentating on this one. Good evening, Rachel. Thank you for popping in and saying hello this evening. And the qualifying is just finishing at the moment. We've got a few people coming around. And welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for popping in to say hello. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. This is super, super, super tight out front. Just to remind you, a 1:47.531 fastest lap with wheels. And then the slowest time there, a 48.972. 1.5 covering the top 11, well, the whole of the grid. Whole of the grid is within 1.5 seconds of each other. This is going to be insane. Let's get this one underway. I'm going to enjoy this. Oh, I tell you what, this is going to be very, 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 very hard to commentate because I'm not going to know where to look. There's going to be action absolutely everywhere in this one. And the sun is shining at Brands Hatch for once here in the UK. We're waiting for the lights to come on, and when they go off, we will be racing. But it is nice to see a little bit of sunshine. Right, with 4 lights and 5 lights. When they're out, we will be off. Who's going to get the best start? They're out. And everybody gets a good race start. There's a car coming through the middle. Not quite sure who that is, but somebody got a good start there. Nicely lined up on the inside too in the Volvo livery. Oh, I think that was that Gr.x just getting out into the gravel there a little bit. He got some dirty tyres. I think he's okay. It's very, very bunched up. It's very, very busy through the first corner. We're 3 wide into some of these corners. Still 2 wide as we go down into the tight left-hander. At the moment, it is Wheels Racing that has come out in front. So Wheels living up to the Ingram name on the side of his car. He now just needs to do an Ingram and run away. Mad Hatter is saying, I'm not having any of that. You might have Ingram on your car, but you're not Ingram in the seat, and I'm going to stay with you. Behind where we have got Gr.x, who has got number 1 Pops and Ollie right with him. These 3 very, very, very tight together. And then just a little bit further back, we got Libya in a battle with Jacoby. Jacoby's trying to come through from the back. Then we've got Ben Clock and D-Locks, and then Henny, Sim Racing, Muttley and Hulky off the back at the moment. Out front, it is Wheels from Mad Hatter by 0.6 of a second, and then it is 0.7 back to Gr.x. Nothing between Greg and number 1 Pops. Sorry, Outlaw and Ollie, I get it right. Outlaw and Ollie completely together. Ollie even pushing number 1 Pops through those corners to say, come on, mate, I've got Jacoby behind me. I've got some fast charging cars. Let's get on with this. And then Jacoby's got Libyath with him as well. So Wheels 0.7 out front and Mad Hatter 0.8 ahead of Gr.x. So the top 3 going quite nicely at the moment. Just a little bit of a gap forming. And then number 1 Pops has still got his mirrors completely full of Ollie as they head down the hill to the right-hander. Sweeping through. Ollie getting right onto the back of number 1 Pops, and then Jacoby getting up the inside. Is there anything that Ollie can do? I think that Jacoby's got that one done. So Jacoby up to 5th place now. The next car is going to be number 1 Pops he's going to be looking for, and Ollie is trying to find a way through. He's stuck to the back of Jacoby. He's saying, well, if Jacoby goes through, I'm coming through too at the same time. But they're still side by side, Jacoby and number 1. Number 1 doing a great job around the outside, but alas, as we go into the first corner, number 1 Pops not wanting to get out into the gravel, and both Kobe and Ollie go through. Ollie just ahead of Jacoby, marginally there just for a moment, and Jacoby then jumps ahead in the Plato Racing car there. So Jacoby up to 4th. It is still Wheels Racing out front by 1.4. Mad Hatter 1.3 ahead of Greg. And then they are 1.2 ahead of a very, very fast charging Jacoby at the moment. Ollie still with Jacoby, 0.3. So Ollie could put him under pressure. Greg having a bit of a mare there. That looks like a car failure or something went on there. He's dropped back massively. Gr.x dropping back into 6th now. So definitely something amiss as he just comes back through to claim 5th. But in a spot of bother, and we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cars all together behind Jack Kobe. Jack Kobe, Ollie, Greg White, Libiath, number 1 Pops. Ben Clock was on the back of it. He goes off into the shadow realm as he gets into the grass and he absolutely disappears, which is a real shame. The timing chart will pick him up in a moment. He'll be running pretty much last place, I would imagine. But we're on lap 5 of 8, about to start lap number 6. And Wills is doing an Ingram. He really is. He's 2 seconds out front. He's looking really, really comfortable. And I don't think that Mad Hatter has got any answer for it at the moment. And behind Mad Hatter, we've now got Jack Kobe up into 3rd place with Ollie still right with him in 4th place. So Ollie will be really pleased that he's sitting right with Jack Kobe and putting Jack under pressure at the moment. Jack Kobe not really making much of a headway on Mad Hatter at the moment. Mad Hatter's still 2.4, going out to 2.5 as we go through this little complex. And Jack Kobe is now running out of time to try and catch the leaders. He's only got a couple of laps at the end of this one. Wheels 2.2 out front now, so he's found another couple of tenths of a second. And Mad Hatter 2.4 ahead of Kobe. So Jack's got to take a second, over a second out of the leaders, but he's got Ollie all over the back of him at the moment. In fact, Ollie, given half the chance, he's going to find a way through here. Ollie's going really, really well. I'm really enjoying this battle here. Greg White is just trying to regroup. He's just off the back and closing. Whilst Jack Kobe and Ollie are battling, Mad Hatter is getting away out the front. That's 2 seconds out front now. And Greg White is slowly catching. But I think Greg has got Libiath now 0.9 behind. And Libiath has got number 1 Pops 1 behind him. And then we've got a bit of a gap back to denotes. Out front though, it is Wills on the final lap. He comes round the first turn, down the hill. He's going to sweep round to the left-hand side, looking really, really, really composed in this one. As smooth as silk. A performance that Tom Ingram would have been really, really proud of. Just riding the inside of those curbs. Absolutely beautiful, flawless. 2.5 seconds, he's going to come across the line ahead of Mad Hatter. A really great win from Wheels Racing. Mad Hatter with a fine second. And then Jack Kobe just ahead of Ollie at the end there. Greg White is going to come across ahead of Libiath for 5th and 6th. Number 1 Pops in 7th. denotes in 8th. Sim Racing is going to come across in 9th. And then we've got Matt Motley, Ollie and Hulky 10th and 11th. With Ben Clock and Henny bringing up the rear in 12th and 13th. Wow. What a race out front. I tell you what, Wills, I think you need to take that Ingram name off of your car. I think you're better than he is. Oh. Wow. What a race. What a race to commentate. That one was brilliant. Lots of action. Very respectful. And some good racing in there indeed. Right, we're going to be heading off to the Nürburgring for the next one. It looks like Drat Fury enjoyed that one as well. Right, let's just save this replay. Right, where are we? Result, Wheels Racing in first with a 47.433 and the fastest lap. So a clean slate from Wheels there. Mad Hatter couldn't close up. 2.834 seconds behind at the end with a 47.547. Jack Kobe did manage to get past Ollie for 3rd. Some 4.7 seconds off the leaders. So coming from the back, even he could only make 3rd. Ollie in 4th. Greg White 5th after that issue that he had. Not quite sure what it was. It wasn't on camera. But he dropped back and then recovered back to 5th. Libiath in 6th, number 1 Pop 7th, denotes in 8th, Sim Racing 9th, Matt Mutley in 10th, Hulky 11th, Ben Clock 12th and Henny in 13th. Wheels, Mad Hatter and Jack Kobe, your 1, 2, 3 for that one. Right, we are off to the Nürburgring for this next one. Ollie, just saying there, great race, Jack. Surprised I kept with you. It was a good race. Really good race. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And for a time, I thought that Ollie might have managed to find a way through on Jack Kobe. Alas, Jack was just a little bit too good. But I tell you what, Ollie going really well. And Wills, can anybody do anything about Wills Racing tonight? He is going really well. Hulky's going to spectate this one. Ollie's asking Wills to slow down. None of it. None of it. None of it at all. Who won the first one? I can't remember who won Watkins Glen. Is Wills on for a hat trick? Is anybody out there who can rewind the stream and just let me know who won the first one? Or anybody that even remembers who won the first one? So my brain is like a sieve when I do these things. Matt Evo, evening all. That was a good race. 1.4 seconds between them at the qualifier. Brilliant. Come on, Jack. Push Wills. Frenchie saying, can you all slow down? Matt, hope you're well, my friend. Hope you're having a good week. What am I doing? Qualifier at 55. I'm going to... They're getting no, I can't do 55. We'll go 57. 57 we're going to go on this one. Nessim Racing. Thanks, Mitch and everyone. Great to race with you all again. Take care and enjoy the rest of the night. Thank you very much for racing, my friend. Appreciate you dropping in. Frenchie saying, I always thought I was quick in this car. Seems not. The only problem is, my friend, is that you're with some really quick people. Very quick people. Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wills, Ollie, Mad Hatter, D-Locks. They're all really, really, really quick. Very, very, very quick racers. Right. Okay. I tell you what, actually, I am going to... I'm going to spectate this one. I'm going to spectate this one, and then I'll race Red Bull Ring. And then I'll probably do Brands Hatch at the end. So I'm going to spectate this one. So Matt Evo's boat refit is finished earlier than expected. Been back at work 3 days, unfortunately. I'll be watching most nights from the sea. I hope it's all good. And you'll have to send us some pictures of the refit. And, of course, stay safe out in the channel. For those of you who don't know, Matt Evo is a deep-sea fisherman. He's the skipper of a trawler. And he featured on Guy Martin's Proper Jobs a little while ago. It's available on online to watch. And it is a really, really, really good watch. A really, really good watch. So Matt out there bobbing around in the English Channel. And hopefully he's going to have a profitable trip. When you're back, my friend, remind me, and we'll do that hour. Oh, got hiccups. Yeah, we'll do some time together and see if we can get your DR up. Right, so we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wills Racing, Ollie, Mad Hatter, D-Locks, Libiath, Ben Clock, number one Pops, and Muttley in this one. Had to rattle through that lot because we still got 10 racers. Myself and Hulky sitting out on this one. I am trying to keep up with the qualifiers at the moment. We're going to see how that goes. We're on the third race, so I might have to dispense with the quali just to get the rest of the races in. But that will just add to the excitement. Ben Clock in the Nescafe Blend Elf car. Nice livery on that one. And anybody else change liveries in their cars? I think everybody else is pretty much as they were. Right. Okay, let's put some replay options on and we'll see how we go. So we did 2 of the short courses. We did Watkins Glen short course, and then we did Brands Hatch Indy, which again is another short course. Now we're back to the first of the full tracks. After this, we're going to the Nürburgring Grand Prix, then Watkins Glen full, and the Brands Hatch full tracks. So still a lot of racing to be done tonight. And I did say at the beginning of the stream, I'm hoping to wrap this up around about 11 o'clock because I have got to take Joe Anna into work in the morning because of a little bit of a car incident on the way into work this morning. I felt really sorry for her, and she's without her car for a week while it's getting repaired. So I've got to get up a little bit early in the morning and get a few bits and pieces done to head out. So that's going to be the case for about the next week or so. Yeah, I will not be going beyond, other than a Friday night, I won't be going beyond 11 o'clock too much. Maybe by a few minutes, but certainly not by much. Right, okay, I think we're coming round to start the first flying lap. I'm pretty sure that is an out lap from Wills. Yeah, it's now gone red. So that's our out lap. We're now on our first flying lap. The first corner is all important. Please, in the race, guys, remember that first corner. Don't be the car that goes in there like a wrecking ball and kills everybody. It's always a difficult first corner in this one. We got somebody in the pits. Denotes is still in the pits, so Denotes not setting a lap time in this one. All Wheels going really deep out of that corner. Okay, well, so which is my favourite livery of them all tonight? So many good liveries. I do like the Seat one. I don't know why. It really works. Or number one pops with a with a penalty. Tell you what, Pops, do you do your own liveries or do you grab other people's? Because that is just a brilliant bit of weathering on that car. Whoever's done that hasn't just put the weathering on it. They've really thought about it. I mean, the weathering around that front wheel where it goes, it's light around the top and it's really deep at the back of the wheel where much of the dirt and gunge is going to come off. And then just the little spots and speckles on the front. It really does look great, that car. It's a beautiful livery. I mean, it's a good livery anyway, but the weathering on it, somebody's done just such a really nice job. They've thought about the airflow around that car. In particular, where you've got the airflow through the vent behind the two front wheels on the front wing. Just really nice the way that has been done on that one. Just you get some cracking liveries. I think it's going to have to go to number one, isn't it? It's between Greg and number one. I think it's got to go to number one. That is my livery of the night. The only problem with that is the helmet. The helmet gives me the heebie-jeebies. It really does. Every time I see that helmet, just those eyes, it's just move off. Can't be doing that. I can't shake my head too much because my head hurts. Yes, I'm back to that now. If I move my head around too much, it hurts. But we did have the MRI scan this week. Hopefully we'll get some results soon and be able to see what we're doing. So Wheels Racing a 2:05.686 at the moment. They are on the final laps. They have got an opportunity to close down further. But Wheels is really stamping his card on this evening. So he was pole to win in the last race. Can he do the same? Well, at the moment, he's 0.472, nearly half a second ahead of Ollie, who is 0.8 ahead of Greg White. And then Greg White, there is nothing between him and Libyath. Just 6/1000ths of a second between those two. Number one Pops is 3 seconds further back. And these are some of the slower times at the moment. 2:10s. I am going to imagine that those guys are going to go quicker. I'd imagine they've had some issues, maybe some track limits, or they've got in the gravel a little bit. So hopefully they will get cleaner races towards the end of the qualifying session, which is effectively over now. I think Wills has completed with a 2:05.588. So look at that for consistency. He did 2 flying laps, a 2:05.686 and a 2:05.588. Just 1/10 of a second between his 2 laps. Ollie, much the same, a 2:06.1 and a 2:06.8. So 7/10 between his. Just really consistent, really good lap times. So in this one, we've got a few that haven't set lap times, but Wheels Racing and Ollie are going to lead us away. This is an opportunity for Ollie to cling to the back of Wheels, put Wheels under pressure. We haven't seen Wheels spin this evening. Could this be the one where Ollie triumphs and the 2 youngsters are going to be leading us away, with Greg White and Libyath on row number 2, Bencock and Matley on row number 3, number 1 Pops and Jack Kobe on 4, with Mad Hatter and D-Locks off the back. Both myself and Hulky are watching this one. We'll see how we go. Wow. This is going to be good. This is going to be good. I'm looking forward to this one as well. Let's get into spectate. Let's get some information on very quickly. And so, as I said, it will be Wheels Racing and Ollie that are going to be leading us away. Then we got Greg White and Libyath on row number 2. That's enough of that. It's making my eyes go funny. But we are 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. When they go out, we will be racing at the Nürburgring Grand Prix circuit. Who is going to come out of the first corner? When I say the first corner, like the first corner and then the squiggle round and onto the straight, we will see it's going to bunch up into the first corner. We're going 2 wide, maybe 3 wide through there on some of the cars. Wheels Racing just edging it ahead of Ollie at the moment. Ollie with Greg White all over his back bumper. Libyath just a little bit further back, and then Ben Klopp. Ollie just showing his nose ahead of Wheels Racing for the moment. It is British Touring Cars, and Ollie, I think, found a way through there. So Ollie hits the front, 0.4 ahead of Greg White, and Wheels now drops down 2 places to 3rd place. Oh, that car absolutely nosediving under braking from Wheels Racing. Libyath taking a look under the inside of Wheels Racing. Oh, that was very robust indeed. That was a late lunge and a proper British touring car overtake there. I think Libyath and Wheels Racing both lost mirrors in that one, and a couple of bent panels, methinks. Number 1 Pop's taking a look up the inside of Wheels Racing here. Wheels, has he got a problem on his car? He's going backwards like a great rate of knots. He's fighting back against number 1 Pops on this one, but that is the opening part of this race. I don't know whether he's got tyre issues. He's struggling to get those tyres warmed up. Has he got an issue on the car? But he's 2 seconds off the pace and falling back very quickly. And once again, number 1 Pop's trying to take a look up the inside there. Not quite able to do it. Wheels Racing now has got a run on Libyath down up the hill towards the chicane, but Libyath is on the inside. Can Wheels Racing brake a little bit late and get that one done? He does. He gets that move done, which gets him back up into 3rd place, but he's gone deep on the exit, and Libyath, I think, is going to come back at him underneath. He has got the inside line. Wills has to concede that. Can he get the switcheroo? He's got a lovely line out of that corner. Is the switcheroo going to work? Libiatha's got the speed though, and they're going to be almost neck and neck as they come down into the first corner. But Wills is on the inside, but then he's going to be on the outside for the second part of this corner. Libiatha's got a problem that number 1 Pops is in there as well. Libiath just rearranging a couple of the cones there. Didn't mess around with him too much. He's just managed to come through there ahead of number 1 Pops. This is some very robust racing that we're seeing here, and it's great to watch. As number 1 Pops got up the inside of Libiath briefly there. The two of them just go a little bit wide. We've got a car really wide. I'm coming out of that. I think that was Ben Clark. But out front, it is Ollie, who is now 1.4 ahead of Gr.x, who's 0.6 ahead of Wills. So Wills has really got his work cut out if he wants to get another race win. He is pushing using all of the track. He's got a slipstream on Gr.x at the moment. Is there anything they can do as they go down into the bottom hairpin? Hard on the brakes, down to second gear, onto the power as soon as we can and up through the gears. Wills Racing's got a lovely little toe on Gr.x here. Greg a little bit too far off the back of Ollie, so he hasn't got a slipstream. He's having to do that all on his own, and Wills is right there. We saw Gr.x possibly had a car problem or a slight off at the at Brands Hatch. Hopefully he will be able to keep it clean and tidy, and that car will be reliable. As we say that, Wills Racing closes right up. 0.14. He has a look around the outside. He gets through on the power alone. He gets that move done. So Wills Racing now finds himself up into second place. Ollie will have seen that. Ollie is now 2.1 seconds ahead as we come round to start lap number 3. So Wills has got plenty of time to chase down Ollie. But while I'm saying that, Gr.x is right with Wills. If these two were to work together, I think they could catch Ollie. But while they're fighting, we've also got a battle behind with Ben Clark and Jack Kobe and Mad Hatter. Jack Kobe moving left and right to find a way through. He's gone for the wider line. Mad Hatter taking the inside line, just gets in the back of Ben Clark, under braking there, and Jack Kobe has to go a little bit deep. Jack Kobe with the inside line here. Ben Clark now with a half-second penalty. I think that Jack did get ahead of Mad Hatter, but Mad Hatter comes back through on the inside. Got that move done under braking, but Jack Kobe's still there. He's just on the outside. They're going to be side by side out in this corner. Ben Clark just leading this little group. It's Ben Clark, Mad Hatter, Jack Kobe and number 1 Pops. Very, very close. But these three, wow, what a race. Jack Kobe just cannot find his way through at the moment. Mad Hatter with a 1 second penalty. Ben Clark with a half-second penalty. So while the coaster tries to come through, the other guys are pushing track limits to keep him in check. And Jack Kobe switches to the inside there. I think he feigned a move on the outside. And Ben did a little bit of a defensive mind there. And Jack said, I'm not having any of that. I'll come up the inside, and he gets that move done. I think that Jack will have actually quite enjoyed that. He did have to work very, very hard to find his way through there. But Jack up to 4th place now. Ollie's still out front by 1.2 seconds. So Wills and Gr.x are closing a little bit. That time has come down a tad. Wills Racing setting purple sectors there. Gr.x just off the back of Wills, 1.1 at the moment. So we are 1.1 between Ollie and Wills and 1.1 back to Greg. And then Jack Kobe is 4.5 seconds behind. He's jumping through the chicane there. That Elantra looking a little bit uncomfortable through the second part of the chicane with Gr.x and Jack Kobe as they're jumping across the curbs. And Jack Kobe has dropped the guys behind by 2.3 seconds. And now we've got number 1 Pops and Ben Clark locked in battle with D-Locks and Mad Hatter just off the back. Mad Hatter sizing himself up for an overtake. D-Locks having to go very, very defensive. He's gone right to the inside of the track, and Mad Hatter's going to try and sweep around the outside. Can't quite get that one done, but he's going to get the inside for this corner. Can he just keep a nose up the inside? Not quite. D-Locks just stays ahead. All the time, Libyath closing up behind Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter's going for a move around the outside. No, it's not quite going to come off. He has to rethink that. But Mad Hatter all over the back of denotes now. We're either going to get a intimidation pass, or Mad Hatter is going to see where he's quicker than denotes and he'll make a move. Closing right up behind denotes there. Mad Hatter takes the wider line through the corner. denotes defending for all he's worth. Mad Hatter can't quite find a way through. And Libyath joining the party now. Interestingly, denotes is not dropping back from Gr.x and number 1 Pops, who are also locked in their own battle. So we're now into a 2, 4, 5 car battle at the middle of the field here. We will keep an eye on the guys out front. Wheels Racing has managed to hit the front, so Wheels has got the hammer down, and Ollie, I would imagine, has potentially made a little bit of a mistake. Wheels finds himself 0.6 ahead, so either Ollie made a mistake off camera, or Wheels is just having another Tom Ingram race. He's just going great. His Wheels out front. 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, still pulling away. Absolutely flying. So it's Wheels, Ollie, Gr.x, Jack Kobe still in 4th place at the moment, and he's still 3.5 seconds off the back of this group. We're coming up to start lap 5 of 8, so we're exactly halfway through this race, and Jack Kobe has got some work to do. The car also that's got some work to do is number 1 Pops and Gr.x, because they are leading this little mid-pack, which has been an absolutely brilliant and enthralling battle. They have just gapped each other a little bit at the moment, but I think if one car gets a corner just ever so slightly wrong and blocks the rest, this lot will all bunch up yet again. But for the moment, it's looking relatively comfortable all through the track. Wheels Racing now a massive 2 ahead of Gr.x, and Ollie drops back even again. He's down into 3rd now. And he's off and in the barrier hard, just as we were with him. Commentator's curse killing Ollie. I don't know what happened there. That almost looked like a controller issue. I hope Ollie's okay. That was very uncharacteristic, the way that car just shot off the track there. Pretty sure that hopefully Ollie will let us know what happened. I don't think that was driver error. Pretty sure that's an equipment failure on that one. But Wheels Racing looking to make another win. As I said, I can't remember who won the first race. I'm not sure if Wheels is on for I'm not sure if he's on for a triple win or not. Ollie's just saying the brakes went on my wheel. Can't catch a brake. Oh, Ollie, you were going well. He's got an issue. I did think so. The way that he went off, it was Mad Hatter, old man Stu saying, for the first one. So, okay, this is going to be the 2nd win in a row for Wheels if he can bring this home. Oh, he's in the gravel. He's pushing hard. 3.6 ahead of Gr.x, and Wheels with a half-second penalty now. So that half-second is going to manifest into a 1-second penalty. He's still going to be okay. I think Greg is still a little bit too far, but Wheels really needs to be a little bit careful. That penalty will almost definitely have woken him up and got the concentration levels back. He's still pushing it though, isn't he? That was all 4 wheels off the track again through there. So Wheels still pushing hard. Maybe he knows that he's still got a lot. Oh, very wide on that corner. Very wide indeed. Maybe he knows that he's got Jack Kobe and Gr.x pushing behind. And Jack is 5 seconds off the back of Wheels at the moment. So the standings at the moment is Wheels Racing 3.7 ahead, but basically about 2.5, because there is that penalty to be paid. Maybe a little bit more than that. Gr.x is 0.8 ahead of Jack Kobe, so Greg is going to have Jack Kobe for company in a few minutes. Then we've got a fairly sizable gap back to number 1 Pops in 4th. Number 1 Pops been having a mid-pack battle all the way through this, and he's winning that battle at the moment. Gr.x is the only car, I think, in this little pack now that is going to be able to upset that. 0.4 off the back of number 1 Pops. Mad Hatter is still trying to catch these two. He's pushing hard, throwing up the gravel through that corner as he's using all of the track limits and a little bit more. He is closing up 0.8 of a second to Gr.x. So I think the Mad Hatter could make that a three-way battle in a minute. We will see. He's certainly going quicker. A 2:07.996 for the last lap, up from a 2:09 and the 2:10 previously, and setting blue sector times there. And as we just see, Gr.x just getting ahead of number 1 Pops there. So Gr.x does go through. Number 1 Pops will try and get that back, no doubt. The front tyres on this car not looking good. I don't know if people are playing the brake balance game on this one, but even at the low wear levels that we are running tonight, the tyres not looking great. But they very interesting because nobody's pitting. But if you look at the tyre degradation on Will's car, he has been pushing, but he's got next to no wear on that car. Jack Kobe, likewise, very little wear. And then Gr.x has taken quite a bit out of the front. Gr.x similar. Outlaw number 1 Pop similar. Mad Hatter's similar. And then Muttley is doing really well on the tyres. Ollie, potentially, I think he may have come in for a tyre change because he's got perfect tyres and having a run from the back. He's 2.5 minutes off of Will's Racing at the moment, which is an absolute country mile. But Will's really looking after his tyres here and looking very good. This is another Ingram-esque race here. Going very well indeed. We need Ash Sutton. Come on, somebody needs to put Ash Sutton on their car and then get some inspiration and then take it to Will's, because Will's is absolutely on it here. Jack Kobe has got Plato. Well, unfortunately, Jason Plato has now retired, running his own team. And Jason Plato, quite the character back in the day, racing against Matt O'Neill. Boy, did those two come to blows both on and off track on more than one occasion. But Jack Kobe, 3.8 seconds behind Wills. Wills has got this nicely under control at the moment. Oh, Gr.x is pushing hard. He's picked up a 1 second penalty, but he's so far ahead of Gr.x, it isn't going to matter. Gr.x pushing as hard as he can to try and stay in contention with Jack Kobe, but I think that penalty has just robbed him of that. Behind, we've still got a wonderful battle going on. Gr.x, Outlaw number 1 Pops and Mad Hatter. Number 1 Pops just making a move on Mad Hatter, but Mad Hatter's got the inside. No, he drops in behind. He says, that's fine, we'll follow you through. No, he doesn't now. He goes for the inside. So just picking up a little bit of slipstream to go up the inside of number 1 Pops, and he gets that move done. Number 1 Pops just going a little bit wide on that corner, maybe letting the faster car through and then wanting to get onto the back so he didn't lose too much time. And at the moment, it is Gr.x 1 second ahead of Mad Hatter, who is 0.8 ahead of number 1 Pops. And those three are 2.5 seconds ahead of Ben Clock, who's got Lebiath all over his back bumper as well. So we've got some wonderful little personal battles going on all the way through this one, as is often the case with our races. Will's Racing 4 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe, 4 seconds ahead of Gr.x, 10 seconds ahead of Gr.x. So the front guys are pretty much settled for the moment. Gr.x with Mad Hatter chasing him down. This one is not over yet. So you've got Gr.x and Mad Hatter having a race together. Number 1 Pops is trying to get on the back of that one. And then you've got Ben Clock and Lebiath, one of the closest battles on track at the moment. And Lebiath getting all over the gravel, trying to find a way past Ben Clock, even off of the track. And up front, though, it is Wills that is going to go through the chicane for the very last time. He heads up to the top hairpin to come round towards the start finish line, and he's going to be finished this one some 4 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe. He will be pleased with that. The lights are flashing. Can he make it 3 in a row in the next one, or can Jack Kobe spoil the party? Jack coming through from the back, but still some 4.279 seconds off of Wills. Greg White coming across in third, and then it's going to be denotes. He's going to come across the line just ahead of Mad Hatter. They are glued together, those two, and then it will be number 1 Pops behind. Ben Clock looks like he is going to get it from Libiath. And then Matt Muttley and Ollie both locked together. Ollie having a bit of a mare with an equipment failure there. Dived in for the tyres, but unfortunately was unable to close too much on that one. Let's just dive into save the replay. I will share it as I always do. And I think now I am going to be losing the... I'm going to be losing the quali... What am I doing here? PSR. Because time is getting on. Right, let's just upload that one. Jack Kobe says, Ben and Hatter, that was fun, I must say. Jack Kobe says, Will, how are you driving this? I'm struggling. That's something you don't hear very much. Old Man Stu was Mad Hatter. I'm joining the next one, he says. And yeah, just Will just confirming that he is driving on a wheel this evening. Absolutely incredible racing tonight we're seeing in these cars. So we're off to the Red Bull Ring next. Your result there, Wills Racing with a 205.426. Jack Kobe with a 205.230 in the fastest lap. Greg White in third with a 206.217. denotes in fourth. Mad Hatter fifth. Number 1 Pops in sixth. Ben Clock in seventh. Libiath eighth. Muttley in ninth. And Ollie in 10th. Your top 3, Wills, Jack Kobe and Greg White. Right, let's get this next one loaded up. We're at the Red Bull Ring. And as I said, I'm now going to ditch the qualifier. So we're going to be going straight into the race. And I'm not hanging around now. The race is going to be starting at 27 minutes past. 2 minutes. You guys have got just under 2 minutes, just over a minute to get yourself sorted out. Jack Kobe's just asking Wills if he revs this thing out. If you go and have a look, if you've got the ECU, you can have a look at the settings. Have I got the... I don't know if I've got it on here. Yeah, I do. So output adjustment. No, I don't think you do. Rev it out. The horsepower right at the top of the curve, and the torque midway. So I don't know. I'd probably... Number 1 Pops, if in doubt, flat out. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what how Wills is racing it. Right, let's. I am going to join in this one. And as I said, we're going to be going racing at 27, so very, very quick. Wills hasn't ticked in, so I will wait for Wills. William, yeah, I rev it out, but I come out of most corners in 3rd gear due to front wheel drive. Okay, right, everybody's in. So we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wills Racing and Ollie. denotes, me, Old Man Stu, Libiath, Hulky, Ben Clock, Number 1 Pops and Muttley in this one. I am going to drop to the back in this race because I fancy running around with Muttley, Pops, Ben Clock and Hulky. Right, let's see how we go. So this is the Red Bull Ring, and then we've got Watkins, Glen and Brands Hatch. So I'm going to be a bit over my 11 o'clock, but it is what it is. I want to run these 3. We're doing this, as I said, because Hulky Racing is running the Elantra in his British Touring Car Championships, which starts very soon on a Wednesday. And a couple of guys said, could we do this just to get a little bit of practice in? So I'm more than happy to do that. Right, let's not fall too far back. Oh! Oops, sorry, Jack. Completely outbrake myself there. Here we go. I was going to put my headphones on. A little bit deep into there. Oh yeah, big wheel spin in second gear. Should come out there in third, loads of wheel spin. Wheels did say. Oh, no. Oh, I've gone over the sausage there. Although I slowed down so much, looks like we got away with it. A great little battle going on just in front of Matt here. Jacoby's just off the back of it. D-Lock, Solly and Wheels racing out front, so Wheels has got his work cut out a little bit to see if he can get that third win. For me, just enjoying putting Matt under a little bit of pressure there. Sorry, Matt. sure how far behind we are at the moment. Need a better run through this corner. Oh, he's right on the back of me at the moment. I'll let you out in a minute, Coda. I can't for the moment. I'm racing. For the little crew on the left hand side there. Oh, I'm off there. That's a penalty. Dirty air on Matt's car, just couldn't hold it. Hulky takes over from where I was. Putting Matt under some pressure. Hulky finds his way through on the outside. Nutley's going up the inside here into this corner. He's going to have the opportunity to defend. We got a slow car up front. Not sure who that is. I think that might be Ben. Slow out of that one. Got him with a penalty. Oh, I've gone too deep. Way too deep. Danger of a penalty there. Hulky's going to try for the inside. Can't quite get it done. Seven of 8. Oh, Ben's got a half-second penalty now. Oh no, I've gone too deep, way too deep. Almost in the gravel there. Just enjoying this little race with Hulky and Matt here. Not watching what I'm doing on track. I got into Hulky a bit there. Sorry, Hulky. Hopefully I didn't give him a penalty. Oh no, why did Hulky get a penalty for me pushing him off? Oh, slap as well. Boy, that was hard. Some good racing from the boys up front there. Very good racing. I enjoyed racing around with Matt and Hulky there. Oh, Frenchie, exceptional racing folks, can't wait for the champion to start. Hulky. Old man Stu can't, he hates this game for the penalties. And Matt Ovo, poor Matt Muttley, being proper abused by Hulky and Mitch. Mate, it's what we do. I did tell you when we were talking recently that this is what we do. When I was chasing you the other week, it's what we do with some of the guys to help them to get quicker and put them under pressure and stuff. And it's all good. It's all good. Matt Muttley says, laugh out loud, it was great fun. That's what it's all about. It's not always all about the winning. Talking about winning, Jack Kobe out there with a win with a 136.966. Libyath in second, a 137.856. Greg White in third, and 1:37.048. William finds himself down in fourth, so not on the top step for this race. So he's blown the triple. Denotes in fifth, Ollie sixth, number one Pop seventh, Old Man Stu in eighth, Ben Clock ninth, Matt Mutley 10th, Hulky 11th, and I was 12th. Jack Kobe, Libiath, and Gr.x, your 1, 2, 3. Right, I'm going to move quickly on. We are off to Watkins, Glen, full course for this one. And I am going to be starting this race at, assuming I can, at 1:45. And then we will do Brands Hatch afterwards. So I'm going to commentate this one, and then I will race Brands Hatch. Williams saying sorry's for the elbow out, but that's what tonight's all about, really. Keeping it respectful, but a bit elbows out because they're preparing for the championship racing in this one. So who have we got? We've got Jack Colby, teeth back in, Jack Kobe, Greg White, Old Man Stu, Libiath, number one Pops, Wills Racing, Denotes, Hulky, Ben Clock, Matt Mutley, Old Man Stu, Ollie in this one. Quite a fair few. Number one Pop says, hope I'm good enough for the BTCC championship. You hope? Even Matt Mutley says, Pops, you hope you're good enough? Oh, easily good enough. Easily good enough. Right, Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wills, Ollie, Denotes, Old Man Stu, Libiath, Hulky, Ben Clock, Outlaw, Matt Mutley. We are going to be going racing in just under a minute. Oh, let me just change the events. Let me just change that very, very, very quickly. Jack Kobe, I'm giving a couple of rubs. All good manners. It's British touring car style, isn't it? Frenchie's going to stay on. Ollie says, I feel the same, number one. Okay, right. I am going to be sitting out this one. Just waiting for Ben to join us and then we'll go. Okay, so we have got, just a quick reminder, Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wills Racing and Ollie, Denotes, Old Man Stu, Libiath and Hulky, Ben Clock, number one Pops, Matt Mutley. I believe that is the order that they will be racing in. Let's get this one going. And Old Man Stu says, it's the big one. Right. And Old Man Stu says, how come we're back here? Right, let's see how we go. So we will spectate, replay options, display all. And so we're at Watkins Glen. We did the short course earlier on. We're down to the full one tonight. Number one Pop says it's been some close, fast racing tonight. Been great nights of racing. It has been really, really, really good. Right, let's get out there, see what we're doing. The lights are out. Jack Kobe's going to lead us away with Greg White. And everybody's got away quite well. There's a slow car at the back there. I think that's Hulky just dropping to the back. Wills Racing hits the front with Ollie. Now these two could have a ding-dong battle all the way through that. There's old scores to be settled here between the two youngsters. They're both of a similar age. Probably less than a year between them. They really are the most fiercest of competitors, but I think the best of friends. It's absolutely brilliant to watch them. And Denotes is in the mix here too as we go into the bus stop. It is going to be Ollie that is going to come through the bus stop ahead of Wills. Wills has gone really, really well tonight. He's going to be wanting to get back onto the top step. But Denotes is just tucked in behind. Behind Denotes is Old Man Stu and then number one Pops. We've got Jack Kobe's up to 9th at the moment after dropping to the back. And Hulky just off the back at the moment, probably enjoying the spectacle that is unfolding in front of him. And we got Jack Kobe, Greg White and Mutley almost 3 wide through there. Greg White and Jack Kobe go around the outside of Mutley. Matt leaving plenty of room, probably a little bit too much room there, Matt. I think you were a bit too gentlemanly there. Oh dear, Jack Kobe and Greg White looks like they were getting into each other through there. Hopefully they're okay. No damage on Jack's car. He takes a little look up the inside. Can't quite get that done. Oh, no. We got Gr.x hard into the wall there. He switches across to the inside. I think number one Pop's in trouble. He's dropping right the way to the back at the moment. I think number one Pops is getting ready to retire on this one. I think certainly an issue. He's not going as well as he can do. Libiath with him. Or was there an issue between number one Pops and Libiath? Possibly. And I think number one Pops was dropping back. Wheels Racing, Ollie and denotes. 1, 2 and 3. Nothing between these three. What a battle out front with these three. Oh. I often like to look at the best battle on tracks. Sometimes it's up front, sometimes it's in the middle of the pack. I think we're going to have great racing all the way through the pack in this one. But Ollie, Wills and denotes just splitting themselves for the moment. Just a little bit of a gap opening up. Ollie out front by half a second and Wills half a second ahead of denotes at the moment. 1 second back to Old Man Stu and then half a second back to Gr.x, who's got Jack Kobe all over the back of him still. Jack looking for a way up the inside. He's got the old switcheroo. Feels great when you can do that. And Jack Kobe going purple. Jack's got the inside line for the left-hander. Do anything that Gr.x can do? No, he's just going to tuck in behind and then follow Jack through the two lefts and the right as we come up towards the start-finish line. Oh, Gr.x into the barrier again. Greg's really pushing the track limits a lot tonight. I think he's left so much paint on the barriers and the walls on the exit of corners this evening. Just showing how hard that he's pushing. Ollie is, I was just going to say, he's out front by a couple of tenths of a second, but Wills just having a little bit of a look and couldn't quite find his way through there. But Wills got the inside here as we go through and up the hill. Ollie's going to have the inside for this one. Wills is going to have to hang it around the outside, but then Ollie's got to leave room on the inside, and then Wills will have the inside for the bus stop. So Wills has got himself beautifully positioned. Middle of the track, taking the more defensive line. I think Ollie's going to have to tuck in behind. He does tuck in behind. Ollie's got a lovely exit, beautiful exit right on the back of Wills. Not letting Wills get away on this occasion. No chance for Wills to produce another 2-second lead. Ollie is with him. The two 20-year-olds locked together. denotes and Jack Kobe behind. Jack Kobe going for a look at the outside. Feigns an inside move, goes back to the outside. denotes goes super defensive. Jack Kobe's got a great line to come in under the inside. And denotes just moves across. He makes his one defensive move. He's having to hold that now. And Jack Kobe, can he get a move round the outside? No, he can't. Not at the moment. Old Man Stu with Gr.x right on his back bumper too now. So we've got 2, 2 and 2. 3 brilliant little personal battles going on here at the moment. It's Wills Racing just ahead of Ollie. So Wills is on the front. Then we've got denotes and Jack Kobe in the battle. And then we've got Old Man Stu and Gr.x in a battle. A little bit further back, we've got Matt Muttley, Hulky, Libiath, number one, all battling as well. So we've got loads of individual battles in this one. Like I said, absolutely nowhere for the commentator to look on this one. It's Wills Racing, half a second ahead of Ollie. Come on, Ollie. Come on, my friend. Use that slipstream. Come on, Wills. Keep it together. Make it hard for Ollie. He is picking it off for Ollie. He's actually going away a little bit. 0.8 of a second ahead now of Ollie. Ollie needs an absolutely blinding bus stop. As does Wills Racing. Wills Racing and Ollie just swapping tenths of a second at the moment through some of these corners. And Ollie's now got denotes coming up behind. So not only is Ollie trying to chase down Wills, He's also thinking about Dr.x in the back mirror. Although Dr.x has got Jacoby all over the back of him. So Dr.x in a monumental battle, a mammoth battle with Jacoby. Jack's trying to go around the outside. Dr.x got a beautiful line through there. He's going to go to the outside and Jack's going to have to tuck in behind. But is there anything Jack can do here? He goes to the right, stays out wide. He's going to get the undercut. He's going to come back through. Try to get on the power early. Get up the inside of Dr.x. They're alongside each other. Can he make that move? Get that move done. I think he must do. He's right on the inside. I think Dr.x is going to have to concede that one. He does concede it. So Jacoby up into third place now. 1.2 behind Ollie. I think Ollie would have liked Jacoby to have got caught up behind Dr.x for a few more corners. We are halfway through the race. We're coming up to start lap number 5 in a few corners time. At the moment it is Wheels Racing that is now 0.9, 0.8 ahead of Ollie. Oh, Wheels Racing with a half-second penalty though. Oh, Ollie is going to get the opportunity to come back big time, and he's done. Wheels has got that absolutely at the wrong time because he's got Jacoby and Dr.x all hunting down. Dr.x is only 2.2 off of Wheels. So I think Wheels will probably drop in just ahead of Jacoby. But Jack is going to have a beautiful slipstream on. Oh, Ollie's got a half-second penalty as well now. I think Ollie has just thrown away the opportunity to hit the lead. And Jacoby's saying, thank you very much, boys. Keep it up. And Dr.x probably thinking the same too. Dr.x 2.1 behind. So can Dr.x get an opportunity to get in amongst the leaders? I don't know if he's going to be able to hit the front. Ollie and Wheels are going to have to absolutely work their gearboxes to reduce the effects of this penalty that they are going to be taking in a few corners time. He will be kicking himself. That was a perfect opportunity for him to hit the front. Alas, they are going to be giving place to Jacoby. He's 1.1 behind. I don't think there is any chance that those two are going to be able to stay ahead as they serve the penalty. Jacoby looks for a slipstream. He gets past Ollie. Oh, he can't quite get on the back of Wheels. Looks like Wheels has done just enough to stay ahead of Jacoby by just half a second. And Ollie has now got Jacoby to follow. We're on lap 5 of 8. 3 laps at the end of this one. And Ollie is throwing this away. He's got another half-second penalty. Ollie not making it easy on himself. Jacoby not making it easy on Wheels. He's got the gap down to below half a second. They stay out of the wall nicely. Dr.x just off the back of this little pack of 4 at the moment. Unfortunately, there is another brilliant battle going on back here, but I just can't watch it too much because there's so much going on out front. Libyath and number 1 Pops. Libyath has now got a 1 second penalty, so that's going to let number 1 Pops through, and Hulky off the back. But out front it is Wheels with Jacoby all over the back of him. So Wheels Racing now going defensive, and whilst these guys are defensive, that is going to give Ollie the opportunity to close up. Ollie's got a 1 second penalty, so that is going to drop him into the clutches of Dr.x in a moment. Jacoby having a look up the inside into the bus stop, can't quite get it done. Lovely lines from all of the guys through there. Ollie's on it. Ollie's actually closing right up on the back of Jacoby. Ollie will be kicking himself with that 1 second penalty because he's absolutely got the bit between his teeth here. Ollie's on the move. Wheels Racing's defending. Jacoby can't find a way through. And Ollie is closing in, closing in, closing in. He's 2 seconds ahead of Dr.x. So that may well be enough just to keep Ollie ahead as he hits the slowdown part of the track. It's going to rob us of a lovely 3-car battle. That penalty, it's a 1 second penalty. So Dr.x is going to be right close behind Ollie going into this next corner. And Dr.x get by, not quite. Ollie goes defensive, covers the line. Ollie's tyres not looking too good. Wheels looking okay, very similar to Jacoby's. And all of the tyres in this one not looking great. Matt Mutley's looking. Matt's got the best tyres out of everybody in this one. But I think for the British touring cars, this is why we're doing this, I think that there could be a little brake balance thinking going on here, just to take some of the pressure off of the front tyres. I don't know what brake balance these guys are running, but that may well be something to have a think about. Wheels Racing, though, he's on the penultimate lap, and he is 0.34 of a second ahead of Jack Kobe. So Jack is sitting rather pretty at the moment, just following Wheels round, watching, learning where Wheels is quick and where he's slow, where he might defend and where he might not. Then Jack will be thinking about where he's going to get that overtake done. He goes left, he goes right, or right then left, I think it was, or mirrored. Jack just falling a little bit back there, falling back to 0.8 of a second, 0.9 now. Jack Kobe with a couple of slow corners there. Oh, I've got a frog in my throat. So Jack Kobe just reining Wheels in by a tenth or two, but not enough. He would be preferring for it to be a little bit more. And Wheels is pushing really, really hard here. Jack Kobe using a little bit more of his tyres at this point in the race than Wheels is. Jack Kobe just trying to get on the back of the leader. And struggling to do that right now. Wheels has got some really great lines, and Jack Kobe all over the grass there to try and maximise the speed through the corner. It's still 0.8 of a second, and Wheels is going to come across the line in a few moments to start the final lap, and he's got nearly a second advantage over Jack Kobe. Jack Kobe's 3 seconds ahead of Ollie. Ollie 1 ahead of Gr.x. Old Man Stu a little bit further back, 3 seconds, and then 3 further back to Gr.x, who's mixing it with Matt Muttley, Outlaw, Libiath and Hulky at the back there. But up front, it is Wheels still 0.8, 0.9 ahead of Jack Kobe. So these two matching lap times at the moment, ebbing and flowing ever so slightly. Jack Kobe with the slipstream coming into the bus stop. Wheels needs the best bus stop of his life here. It's a good one. It's a good one. Unfortunately for Wheels, Jack Kobe's was a good one too. But Wheels just finding an extra couple of seconds on the exit of that corner to push it back out to 7.5. But then it comes down to 6.5, 7.5. They are trading times, these two. Wheels Racing and Jack Kobe. It's still hovering around the 0.8 of a second. Jack Kobe just can't quite hook this Elantra up in the way that Wheels Racing has and be able to make one of the typical Kobe passes. A little bit further back, Ollie's 4 seconds back. You can see the battle ahead, but he's comfortably ahead of Gr.x at the moment. So it is Wheels Racing first, Jack Kobe second, Ollie fourth and Gr.x. Sorry, Ollie third and Gr.x fourth on track at the moment. We're just on board with, or watching Wheels from the sidelines. He's kept that margin. It's still 0.76. So it's ebbing and flowing, but not nearly enough for Jack Kobe's likings. And Wheels has got one final corner to do it. He needs to keep it out of the wall. He does that. He's going to come across to take the win, and he'll be pleased as punch with that. Jack Kobe unable to close. 0.7 again. Ollie just ahead of Gr.x, and Gr.x coming ahead of Old Man Stu. Just behind, we've got Greg White and Matt Muttley locked together. Greg White pulls out. Can he get him on the line? Oh, that's going to be close. Matt Muttley by 0.050 to Greg White. Libiath just comes ahead of number 1 Pops, and then Hulky off the back. Jack Kobe congratulating Will with a nice one, Will. That was a good race. Another blinding race out front, and Will's just soaking up all of the pressure that Jack Kobe could apply and managing to bring that home for the win. I thought at the beginning that Wheels had thrown that one away when he dropped back, but did very well. Positions raised 2, got the victory. Let's just do a save replay. Very, very, very quickly. And then we'll get into the last race of the night. Slightly over my curfew, but never mind. I'm enjoying the racing this evening. It is really, really good. Ollie just congratulating Will. Matt Muttley congratulating Greg and thanking him. Some really great little personal battles all the way through this one tonight. It's not all been about the front three and the podium places. Some great, great races throughout the field. And I absolutely love that. Really, really, really good. Oh, we're up to 27,000. Sorry, 27 likes. I really wish it was 27,000. Crikey, that would make a bit of a difference, wouldn't it? Wishful thinking there on my part. Wheels Racing was your winner at 156.224. Jack Hobie in second at 154.877. Ollie in third at 156.241. D-Locks in fourth. Old Man Stu in fifth. Matt Muttley sixth. Greg White seventh. Libya eighth. Number one Pops in ninth. Hulky 10th. And Ben Clock with a DNF there. Not quite sure what happened to Ben. Haven't seen any information, so I'm just going to get this one set up. This is going to be Brands Hatch, and I'll let people get out on track. Let me just bring up my Excel spreadsheet. Where are we? Registered races is what I want. Get that up. I'll let the guys go on track and then we'll get going in a moment. Oh, Ben did a DNF the other day as well. No reason for this one at the moment. That's logged. Just watching the DNFs at the moment. Right, where are we? Let me just enter this race. And I am going to get my headphones on for this one. I'm actually going to go very, very quiet on this one. See how we do. We can lose the thing on here. So yeah, I'm going to be very, very, very quiet. I'm going to actually try and race this one. See how we do. I don't know where we're going to be starting. Looks like we might be starting in fifth. Right, let me just let the guys know when we're going to get going. So, oh, I've done it again. I've set the qualifier up. Let me just change that. And then we'll get this race. We're starting at X. I'm going to go 10. 10 past for this one. Oh, have I got 30 likes? Oh, I'd love to get to 50. Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Jack Kobe's just realised how much he hates understeer. Oh, wow. Thank you to everybody that has liked this stream this evening. Right, so we've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wheels Racing, Ollie, D-Locks, me, Old Man Stu, Libyath, Hulky, Number One Pops, and Muttley. I am just going to go on track very, very, very briefly. Tyres a bit dirty. Right, where are we? It is 10 past. We've got Jack Kobe, Greg White, Wheels Racing, Ollie, D-Lots and me. Old Man Stu, Libyath, Hulky, number one pops, Matt Muttley. Let's get this one going. The last one of the night, I'm afraid, my friends. Old Man Stu, I dropped something. It was the 31st like. Thank you so much, my friend. I really appreciate that. Thank you. 31 likes is great. Really, really, really good. Mind you, considering we get normally around about 200 people that watch these, it'd be lovely to get 50 likes. 1 in 4 people would be good. Right, here we go. Here we go. Good luck, everybody. I'm going to be very, very quiet in this one. I'm going to work hard, which probably means I'm going to crash. Slow reaction time to the lights. This is what you call touring car racing. Got that a little bit wrong there. Ugh. Got that a little bit wrong whilst messing around with the brake balance. I think Ollie's going to rue the day he waited for me. He's got Jack Kobe right behind him now. Oh, Ollie, don't let Kobe through. Good man, Ollie. Got that wrong. Oh, it's a bit tight. Sorry for being quiet. I was really in the mood for that one. Really in the mood for that. Woo! That's what you can do when you concentrate and you don't stream and you don't worry about all the other things that are going on in the world. Woo! My word. My word. When you want to go on a track you like, in a car that's good. But the trouble is, to do that, I have to go dead quiet, forget the stream, forget everything, and just go for it. Oh, clean race bonus. Oh, I love that one. Been looking forward to that one all night long. Very satisfying. I hope the guys behind were pushing. I really hope they were pushing. I just felt good. Felt really good in that one. Oh. It doesn't happen very often, guys, because when I'm streaming with you guys, I've got so many other things going on. But just wanted to don the headphones, immerse myself in the whole thing, and just go for it. I do love. I used to hate Brands Hatch. It was one of my nemesis tracks, and I remember spending a week or thereabouts following Greg White and Jack Kobe, and I just did it and did it and did it, and I just love it in the GR4s. And I'm not going to lie, that Elantra is just beautiful around there. So the winner, me, with a 1:38.59, couldn't get the fastest lap, but 2 seconds ahead of Jack Kobe in second. He did come through from the back. He got a 1:30.366, so it's a hollow victory. Ollie in third with a 1:36.41. Wheels Racing fourth, Greg White fifth, Libya sixth, number one Pop seventh, Matt Muttley in eighth, Hulky in ninth, and D-Locks and Old Man Stu. A couple of DLFs. Oh, a few more DNFs from my little log. That's unusual. So let me just pop them in here before I forget. Oh, but what a race. I tell you what, hasn't done my headache any good. Not the slightest little bit. But there we go. Let's just pop them in there. Oh, wow. What a race. What a race. Oh. Matt Muttley says, wow, in caps. Will and Ollie, Jack Kobe. Good race, says Ollie. That was fun, says William. Jack, Will and I was fighting for P2. I tell you what, it was you guys fighting for P2 that probably enabled me to just run away. Well, I didn't run away, but just to stay out front on that one. And just really went for it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Anyway, thank you to everybody that has watched the stream this evening. Thank you to everybody that has raced and made these streams possible. Really busy room. The Elantra was good fun. Hopefully that has got all of you really set for Hulky's British Touring Car Championships that is starting soon. They've got 16 of them that are going to be racing in the Elantra. And it's going to be another amazing championships that Hulky is doing. Hulky, shout out. I don't know if he's still around, actually. Shout out in the chat when it's starting. Because I don't know if it's next week or it's soon. It's very soon. I'm not racing it because I just don't want the commitment at the moment with my head and my back the way that it is. So that's the reason why I'm not doing it. But it should be a cracking championship. Tomorrow we're going to be diving in a few of the Suzukis, including the truck one, I think. I can't remember who. I think it's maybe Gren. So somebody has put together a number of races for us. Anyway, I'm half an hour over my curfew. I'm going to be in trouble. I'm going to go to bed now. I will see you tomorrow. I am going to be starting work late because of dropping Joe into work. So I could be announcing the races a little bit later than normal, but I will get them up as soon as I can. For now, have yourselves a great morning, evening, night, afternoon, day, whatever you're doing. Have a great one, and I'll see you back for some more racing tomorrow. Take care. Bye.